Alrighty team, are you ready? Okay, good. So I'm going to drop some total bombshells in here right now about photography and how freaking simple it actually is. But the number one most important thing you have to realize is that it's about what you know. It's not about what you have. Case in point. Okay, good. How did I take this photograph? Look at this sexy fucking Spanish guy. How to do that? I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. As in what I used. So first of all, this is the camera I used. This is a Canon 50D. I've owned this camera since I was 17 years old. This camera is over 12 years old. It's literally falling apart, okay? All right, it is an absolute piece of shit by today's standards. Okay, look, I mean, it's just like, ow, it just hurt my leg. It is like a brick, okay? The lens I used, this is the Canon 50mm 1.8. Don't worry about the name, it's not important, you can learn about that later. This is the shittiest lens you can buy. You can get it for $50. It is the cheapest lens that the Canon brand makes. Like, it is absolute crap, and it just like falls apart, and you put it back together, and it just takes photos, okay? It's made of plastic. It's plastic, okay? So that's the camera I used, this is the lens I used. All right, you can get this for like $100, this one for like $50. All right, it is complete bullshit, okay? Now, in addition to that, I used a flash. This is a flash. What a flash is, it's basically just a blinker. It's got many fancy buttons which don't do anything, and when you press this button, it flashes. Okay, good. That's where the light came from, okay? Now to make this thing go off, you also buy this little thing. Oh, by the way, so the brand of this is Yongnuo. It's Chinese, it's a complete rip-off of much more expensive brands, but this one goes for like $70, so I get the cheap one. Okay, good. Now, this little thing is called a trigger. All this does, it's a piece of plastic with some batteries in it, and it just goes on the top of your camera, and what it does is that it means when you press the camera with the right settings, and when you switch it on, it will make your flash go off, even though they are not stuck together. Okay? This is what I used. Good. Now, the only other thing I used is this. This looks like a UFO. Alright? Don't be scared. This is literally just, I'm gonna open it up. This is a bunch of strings with some paper over the top of it. It's a bunch of strings wrapped in some shiny black plastic, okay? All this does is you get your flash, your little light, and you stick it in the butthole of this so that when you then shoot the thing, it turns a little tiny flash into a big frickin' light. Now the reason you do that is so that you get soft light. And that's all it is. And the only other piece of equipment I used, and this is like super complicated and technical, and no one will ever be able to understand this so long as they live, which is why you need to spend 10 years in photography school and get a degree that says you can do something that you can't. Is this. This is a stand. When you set up the stand, this goes on the stand. Okay, good. Which saved you 50 years of your life. Good. So total price, $100, $50, $10, $70. This was the most expensive thing, even though it's literally made out of plastic and paper. This one cost me maybe $120, but that's because it's so professional looking when it's not. And this was $30. And from those pieces of shit, I took this photo. This is the raw photo straight out of the camera. This is exactly what I saw after I took the photo. And then, when I put it in the computer and clicked the mouse 3 times, I turned it into this. That's all I did. So the moral of the story is, it's not about your equipment. It's about how you use it. All you got to do is practice. and just learn and listen. And save all your fucking money for a date with your girlfriend. Because that's more important than spending shit on shit. Thank you for listening.